Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Colleen and this is Colleen Uncut. Now, I can tell that you guys are anxious to know what I have to tell you. I am so excited because I have been keeping this, not really a secret, but to myself and my close family for a couple of months now. But before I tell you, you have to do one thing for me. Subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed and hit the like button. So you guys, like I said, I'm very excited. I'm even a bit nervous to tell you guys, honestly, because I don't know if I should be telling you guys so early or not, but it's in my heart and I want to tell you guys. I'm so excited. I'm pregnant. I am pregnant. This is not a prank. It's such a weight lifted off of my shoulders. It's like I kind of feel emotional because I've known this for almost 2 months. I'm 3 months now. Yeah, I'm 13 weeks to be exact. And I've known this for about 2 months. So for 2 months I had to keep this a secret from you guys, and it was hard. Like, I wanted to tell you guys right away, but I knew I had to wait just to be sure that everything was okay and to make sure that I was ready to tell everybody, because I know now I'm going to be, you know, overwhelmed with messages, but I don't mind. You guys, I am just really excited. Before I tell you guys the story about how I found out I was pregnant, there's something I want to say. I told a few people very close to me that I was pregnant. When I was about 2 months, I told even more people. So my family and my close friends are very supportive, and I am so appreciative of all of them. But I got a lot of different opinions on whether I should tell people about my pregnancy, and I just wanted to tell you guys why I chose to tell you guys today. And it's simply because it's what I wanted to do. It's just as simple as that. It's what I wanted to do. I always said if I ever got pregnant and I have a YouTube channel, or even if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would start a YouTube channel just so I can document everything and have everything there so I can see it, you know, maybe later on when the baby's born and so on. Some people choose to keep it a secret for a very long time, and that is completely fine. Everybody lives their lives differently, and I am not judging anyone who chooses to keep something like that private, because you can choose to do whatever you want to do, and this is what I want to do. I am very happy. I'm very excited. My husband is very excited. he's just very excited for this baby. So yeah, you guys, I really want to share this with you. And also I got the advice that I should wait because you know, anything can happen at this point, and it's just the reality of being pregnant. You have to face the fact that anything can happen at any time. If something just happens to go bad, and I'm praying nothing goes bad, if something happens to go bad, I want to be able to document it, and I want to be able to help people who have probably gone through the same thing or going through the same thing as well. But I hope it never comes to that. Now, let's get to the good part, the fun part, the funny part about the story, how I found out. Okay, so not early May, but around mid-May, I was at work and I noticed that I had a very bad back pain. So I decided to go to a doctor, and she wanted to put me on some really strong pain medications. So what she did, and what I find so strange, is that she gave me a pregnancy test. And when she gave me that pregnancy test, I took it, and in the back of my mind I'm like, what if it's positive? But I'm like, nah, it's not. So I took it and it was negative, and I'm like, oh, Okay, no surprises. So she gave me the strong pain medications, and I took that for about a week, but my back pain wasn't going away. So I ended up in the hospital about almost a week later, and they took a urine sample just to make sure there was no blood in my urine, and there was no blood. Still, no one saw any signs that I was pregnant. I didn't think I was pregnant because I took a test. So I had to do an ultrasound the following day. That was suggested from my doctor. So the next day, I had to go do my ultrasound. And I went in, I did the ultrasound. They found nothing, you guys. Nothing. So she told me, everything is fine. You don't have kidney stones. You don't have nothing. Your bladder is okay. I said, wow, okay, good news. So I go back home with my results and I'm like, what could possibly be hurting my back so bad? Now, that same day that I did the ultrasound, that was a Monday, I decided to take a pregnancy test again because my period was around 1 day late. Now for me, 1 day late is not really a reason to take a pregnancy test, but because my period, this might be TMI for some people, by the way, because my period is usually 2 days early, for me, 1 day late was in fact about 3 days late. So I still decided to take a pregnancy test because I just want to make sure that's not the case, so I can like ease my mind. So I did it and I left it unattended. I came back to it a few minutes later and there were 2 lines. And I remember just feeling like, oh my God, what? 2 lines? No, that must be a joke. Like this is a real reenactment.
Is this real life?
2 lines? This is a joke. This is a joke. That was really me. And at the time I had no way to contact my husband because we didn't have electricity at the time and I had no credit on my phone to call him. So because I couldn't contact anyone, I had to just sit and wait until my husband came home for lunch to tell him. And it just so happened that my mother was the first person to call me. I sent her a please call me. I sent my husband a please call me as well, but he didn't call me back. Don't worry, I'm over it. But my mother called and I was going to originally tell her to tell my husband to call me back. But she heard something was wrong in my voice and she was like, what's wrong? So I said, nothing. And she was like, no, something's wrong. What is wrong? So I ended up telling her, well, I took a pregnancy test and it's positive and I'm nervous. And she's like her response was this: nervous for what? You're not married? What are you nervous for? And I'm like, why are you making me feel like I have no right to be nervous? Like I'm nervous because it's my first time and I wasn't expecting it. And she was like, okay. So she called him and he ended up coming not too long after. Instead of calling me, he came home. And as soon as he walked through the door, I just had a pregnancy test and I just did this. Like right in his face, and he was like, what? For real? You guys, and his reaction after that was, congratulations. I'm like, what you mean congratulations? This is us. This is not just me. This is us. This is our baby. So congratulations to you too. And he coming up and he trying to hug me. I'm like, really? This is not just my baby. This is our baby. So he was just like, well, it is what it is and we have to prepare for a baby. So that was how I found out, you guys, and that was how I told my husband and my mother. When I told my friends, it was different because I always prank them. We always prank each other, actually. So nobody believed me at first. So it took a while for me to convince my best friend Alejandra, because when I told her, I sent her a picture at this and she was like, no, you need to take a test in front of me. Whatever, she ended up believing me and everybody is just really excited. I don't have any footage of when I told everybody, but just know everybody is very excited. I didn't prepare for this. I wasn't prepared at all. but I'm happy and I'm glad, and I can't wait to share the journey with you guys. Okay guys, so that's it for the how I found out story. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, hit like, and let's move on to my last part of this video, which is how my first trimester has been so far.